Hello everyone, welcome to Let's Crack UPSC CSE English. In today's session, we'll learn about Sustainable Development Goals India Index. So friends, I hope everyone aware about Sustainable Development Goals by United Nations. Now in today's session, we'll learn about the Sustainable Development Goals India Index, which published by Niti Aayog. It's my pleasure to welcome you all on Unacademy. It's me, Rushikesh Inamdar, guiding UPSC aspirants from last 8 years. You can follow me on Unacademy app using this link. Yes friends, Unacademy is conducting Civil Services Championship on 13 June, tomorrow morning 10 am to 12 pm. So friends, it's absolutely free for all aspirants, where top 50 rankers will eligible to get up to 100% scholarship, study material that is notes by top educators, and guidance by CSE mentors. So friends, your chance to win amazing prizes like MacBook, iPad, iPhone and AirPods. So hurry up, enroll yourself for Unacademy Civil Services Championship. Friends, we are also providing one-on-one personal mentoring with our one of the program for UPSC CSE. So those aspirants will opt for minimum 2 years of iconic subscription. First 100 aspirants will eligible for the same. Yes friends. Now Unacademy is providing a number of benefits your subscription, like you will get extension in your subscription, huge discount on our yearly subscription. That is, if you will go with minimum 1 year subscription, you will get huge discount on our combo subscription. We have optional carnival and notes we are providing in Hindi and English medium. So friends, the great learning week is from 10th June to 16th June. Hurry up and enroll yourself for these courses. The Maha subscription offer is valid till 16th June, where you will get extended validity till main examination. And in combo subscription, you will get huge discount. So here are the prices. You can enroll as per your convenience. We are also providing no cost EMI benefit and loan facilities. So using this link, you can apply for this loan facility on our platform. So those aspirants facing financial constraint, they can go with this facility. We are also providing 20 books with minimum 1 year of subscription. It's absolutely free. Yes, now along with GS, those aspirants are looking for optional guidance. We have optional carnival starting from 16th June. So as per your convenience and choice, you can start your optional preparation. We have top educators with the all optional. Yes, we are also providing iconic and plus subscription. Now those aspirants looking for UPSC CSE preparation after their 12th examination or during the graduation, a suggestion is that they can go with the iconic subscription. So in iconic subscription, aspirants will get all the features of plus courses like live classes, structured courses, unlimited access for live and recorded classes, weekly test. Along with that, in iconic subscription, you will get additional features like personal guidance, study planner, study material, expert guidelines and test analysis. So friends, you can use referral code RBI Live to get 10% discount on our paid subscription plus and iconic, which means for 2 years of plus subscription, you have to pay only 64,800 rupees, and 2 years of iconic subscription, you have to pay only 1,04,175 rupees. So as per your convenience, you can join these subscriptions. We are going to start new batches from 16 June. We have regular batches, NCRT batches and revision batches. Free test series for all aspirants. You can use referral code RBI Live to enroll for free test series and Unacademy Combat. We are also conducting combat on every Sunday morning 11 am. Combat is available in Hindi and English medium. We'll provide you a link in the description box. So friends, join free test series and Unacademy Combat. So now let's start today's topic. Sustainable Development Goals India Index. So friends, this index, SDG India Index, published by Niti Aayog every year. Now recently, the report was in news where the Index 3.0 published by the Niti Aayog. Now in today's session, we'll see in the details SDG also and India Index. So the third edition of the Sustainable Development Goals India Index and Dashboard 2021 has been released by Niti Aayog. Yes, friends. Now, this is the snapshot of the Sustainable Development Goal India Index and 2021 dashboard. So friends, now we'll understand what is SDG India Index all about. So the index measures the progress at the national and subnational level in the country's journey towards meeting the global goals and targets. As we know, when we are talking about the living conditions throughout the world, United Nations conducting various programs to improve the living of human beings or people throughout the world. So they are creating such programs which will also help to improve lifestyle of people. And there are various programs to check or supervise the implementation of such policies. Now, the SDG India Index has been successful as an advocacy tool to propagate the message of sustainability, resilience, and partnerships as well. So, when we are talking about from covering 13 goals, 39 targets, and 62 indicators in the first edition of the SDG India Index, that is 2018-19, to 17 goals, 54 targets, and 100 indicators in the second, that is 2019-20, and the third edition of the index, which covers 17 goals, 70 targets, and 115 indicators. So, how we are increasing the goals, targets, and indicators in every edition, which denotes a good progress or the understanding the situation towards this sustainable development goals. So friends, the Sustainable Development Goal India Index is developed in collaboration with the United Nations in India. Now this is the pictorial map or the image which showing the result or the index in crisp. So the Kerala on top again in third index, SDG India Index. So there are various goals like no poverty, zero hunger, good health and well-being, quality education, gender equality, clean water and sanitization, decent work and economic growth, industry innovation and infrastructure, reduced inequality, sustainable cities and communities, responsible consumption and production, climate action, life before water, life on land, and peace, justice, and strong institutions. So friends, these are the parameters or the goals through which the index, and there are various states ranked accordingly. So in the category of no poverty goal, top state is Tamil Nadu. For zero hunger, Kerala. Now we'll see the goals and top states. So well health and well-being, Gujarat. Quality education, Kerala. Gender equality, Chhattisgarh. Clean water and sanitization, Goa. Decent work and economic growth, Himachal Pradesh. Industry innovation and infrastructure, Gujarat. Reduced inequality, Meghalaya. Sustainable cities and communities, Punjab. Responsible consumption and production, Tripura. Climate action, Odisha. Life below water, Odisha. And life on land, Arunachal Pradesh. And peace, justice and strong institution, Uttarakhand. So friends, the Niti Aayog launched this Sustainable Development Goals India Index in 2018 to monitor the country's progress on the goals through the data-driven assessment and foster a competitive spirit among the states and union territories in achieving them. So when we are talking about sustainable development goals, so these are the goals set by the United Nations throughout the world for the sustainable development. And now this Sustainable Development Goals India Index, which foster a competitive spirit among the states and union territories in achieving them. Then India is developing country, as we know various issues. We have to overcome many challenges to providing facilities or basic infrastructure needs to the citizens. So Niti Aayog has the twin mandate to oversee the adoption and monitoring of the sustainable development goals in the country. They also promote competitive and cooperative federalism among the states and union territories. So the SDG India Index represents the articulation of the comprehensive nature of the global goals under the 2030 agenda and while being attend the national priorities. So there are few global goals set under the 2030 agenda. Now this index which helped to achieve those goals. Now in 2015, where United Nations General Assembly adopted this 2030 agenda for sustainable development. So the 17 sustainable development goals are a bold commitment to finish what the Millennium Development Goals MDGs started. So and tackle some of the more pressing challenges. So the Sustainable Development Goal India Index 2021 is also live on online dashboard which has cross-sectoral relevance across policy, civil society, business and academia. So here we can see the steps taken by the Niti Aayog to measure the progress on various verticals or the sectors to achieve the SDGs. Now when we are talking about aims and objectives, so friends, the construction of the index and ensuing methodology embodies the central objective of measuring the performance of states and union territories on the sustainable development goals and ranking them. So when we are talking about the any scheme or government policy, implementation responsibilities on states and union territories, their administration, their implementation and the people's participation is important. So overall this index which aims to maintain all these verticals participation to achieve SDGs, and this index aims at supporting states and union territories in identifying areas which require more attention and promoting healthy competition among them. when we are talking about throughout the country, there are various challenges in front of various states as per their physical location, their natural and environmental conditions. So this index will help to promote identifying such areas which require more attention. Yes, when we are talking about the methodology and process for this index, like the SDG India Index, which computes goal-wise scores on the 16 Sustainable Development Goals for each state and union territory. So, the higher the score of the state and union territory, the greater the distance to target achieved. So, when we are talking about states and union territories, there are classification into 4 categories, which based on the SDG India Index score, like aspirant, is the first category. Yes, then performer, the score range between 50 to 64. The front runner, score between 65 to 99, and achiever is 100. So the score between 0 to 49 is categorized as aspirant, performer is 50 to 64, front runner 65 to 99, and achiever is 100. So this index estimation is based on data on indicators for first 16 goals with a qualitative assessment for goal 17. So the technical process of target setting and normalization of scores follow the globally established methodology. While target setting enables the measurement of the distance from the target for each indicator, the process of normalization of positive and negative indicators, which allows for comparability and estimation of goal-wise scores. So, when we are talking about first 16 goals with a qualitative assessment for goal 70, so this index, which estimation is based on the data which collected on these goals, then the composite score of a state, which is derived by assigning each goal the same weight, keeping in mind the invisible nature of the 2030 agenda. So when we are talking about achieving these goals, in 2015 United Nations General Meeting, where they said the 2030 agenda, so all these SDGs goals in this index also observed under this agenda, and the selection of indicators is preceded by consultative process undertaking in close coordination with the MSPI, union ministries and stakeholders from state and union territories. So as we know, when Niti Aayog is their basic foundation idea for the cooperative and competitive federalism, where the involvement of state and union territories is in cooperative nature with the central government. So when we are talking about this methodology, which is based on globally accepted sustainable development numbering methodology, yes. So friends, here is the SDG India Index 2020 methodology. First is identification. Now, identified indicators from NIF based on state-wise acceptability and availability of data. Then normalization is the second criteria, where rescale each indicator, 0 denoting the worst performance and 100 denoting target achievement. Then weightage, which is adopted equal weights for each indicator in line with the internationally accepted practices. Then individual goal scores, which computed yes. Then individual goal score, where which computed each state's aggregate score by calculating arithmetic mean of normalized values of all indicators. Then composite score, which is aggregated states overall sustainable development goal index score by averaging goal scores. So this is the methodology of identification, normalization, weightage, individual goal score, and composite score. Then significance for the SDG India Index, which represent the articulation of the comprehensive nature of global goals under the 2030 agenda, and the modular nature of the index has become a policy tool and ready reckoner for gauging the progress of the state and union territories on the nature of goals including health, education, gender, economic growth, climate change, and the environment. So these are the significance of SDG India Index. Now, when we are talking about this SDG India Index, which published from last 3 years, now we'll see the comparison with previous editions like 2018, 19, 19, 20 and 2021. So the index 2021 is more robust than the previous editions on account of wider coverage of targets and indicators with greater alignment with the National Indicator Framework NIF. So the 115 indicators incorporate 16 out of 17 SDGs with a qualitative assessment on goal 17 and cover 70 SDG targets. So this is an improvement over the 2018 to 2021 in this 3 index, which had utilized 62 indicators across 39 targets, 13 goals and 100 indicators across 54 targets and 16 goals respectively. So as we have discussed earlier, how we are increasing the goals and targets every year to achieve the SDG 2030 agenda. Now, when we are talking about last year's index, 2019-20, where the top 12 states like Kerala, Himachal, Andhra, Tamil Nadu, Telangana, Karnataka, Goa, Sikkim, Gujarat, Maharashtra, Uttarakhand, Punjab as per their scores like 70 to 62. Then bottom 5 states were Bihar, Jharkhand, Arunachal Pradesh, Meghalaya, Uttar Pradesh and Assam. Then top 5 union territories like Chandigarh, Puducherry, Dadra and Nagar Haveli, Lakshadweep, Delhi, Andaman and Nicobar Island, Daman and Diu. This is for 1920, where Dadra, Nagar Haveli and Daman Diu considered separate union territories, but after that, recently, they considered as one territory. Yes, friends. So, when we are talking about the comparison with previous editions of the index, we are improving every year the parameters, goals, and indicators for the Sustainable Development Goals India Index. Now, see, monitoring process for the index. Yes, so first comprehensive measure of Sustainable Development Goal performance and localization with national and state union territory ranking. So when we are talking about goal-wise ranking of state and union territories and overall ranking based on performance on all goals, then which promotes competition among the states and union territories in line with Niti Aayog's approach of competitive federalism, and then which supports state and union territories in identifying priority areas. The process is also enable states and union territories to learn from peers. And the highlights gaps in the statistical systems. So in the first report in 2018, there were 13 goals, 39 targets and 62 indicators, where goals wise ranking on states and union territories. Then the precedent national indicator framework NIF. Then next year, that is in 1920, where the report included few more targets and indicators like 16 plus goals, qualitative analysis on goal 17, 54 targets, 100 indicators. Then goal wise ranking on states and union territories. So they are aligned with the national indicator framework. 68 indicator completely aligned, 20 refined, 12 new to cover goals, 12, 13 and 40. Yes, we'll see also these goals. Now, After that, in third report 2021, 16 goals plus qualitative analysis on goal 17, like 70 targets, 115 indicators and other parameters. So this chart is showing how we are improving the targets and the criteria for the SDG goals. Now, national analysis. The country's overall sustainable development goal score, which improved by 6 points from 60 in 2019 to 66 in 2021. So currently there are no states in the aspirant and achiever category. So 15 states and union territories are in the performer category and 22 states and few union territories in the front runner category. So India saw significant improvement in the sustainable development goals related to clean energy, urban development and health in 2020. However, there has been a major decline in the areas of industry, innovation and infrastructure, as well as decent work and economic growth. So there are decline in the areas. There are many reasons, including the pandemic also, which affected various sectors. When we are talking about the state-wise performance in SDG India Index, Kerala retained its position at top of the rankings in the third edition of the index with score of 75. Then Tamil Nadu and Himachal Pradesh both scoring 72. So at the other end of the scale, like Bihar, Jharkhand and Assam were the worst performing states. However, all states showed some improvement from last year's scores. So with Mizoram and Haryana seeing the biggest gains. Now see, the SDG India Index 2021 were top 5 states with the score Kerala 75, 74 Himachal Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. Then Andhra Pradesh, Goa, Karnataka, Uttarakhand with 72 score, Sikkim 71 and Maharashtra 70. And when we are talking about the bottom 5 states, 61 the score with the Chhattisgarh, Nagaland, Odisha, 60 Arunachal Pradesh, Meghalaya, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, 57 Assam, 56 Jharkhand and 52 Bihar. So these are the top 5 states and bottom 5 states as per the Sustainable Development Goal India Index. When we are talking about the goal-wise top states and union territories, now this year, goal number 1 is no poverty, where Tamil Nadu and Delhi ranks top. Then second goal is zero hunger, where the top, yes, first is no poverty, where the Tamil Nadu and Delhi topped in this category or goal. Then zero hunger, where Kerala and Chandigarh. Yes, topped in the zero hunger category. Then good health and well-being, the Gujarat and Delhi tops in the good health and well-being category. Then quality education, Kerala and Chandigarh. Then fifth goal is gender equality, where in gender equality, Chhattisgarh, Andaman and Nicobar Islands topped. Then goal 6, in goal 6, clean water and sanitization, Goa and Lakshadweep. Goa and Lakshadweep. Then the seventh goal is affordable and clean energy, where the top states and union territories like Andhra Pradesh, Goa, Haryana, Himachal Pradesh, Karnataka, Kerala, Maharashtra, Mizoram, Punjab, Rajasthan, Sikkim, Tamil Nadu, Telangana, Uttarakhand, Andaman and Nicobar Islands, Chandigarh, Delhi, Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh. So they achieved the goal 7, affordable and clean energy. Then goal 8, decent work and economic growth. Goal 9, industry and innovation and infrastructure. That is Gujarat and Delhi. Then goal 10, reduce inequality. Where the top states, Meghalaya and Chandigarh, sustainable cities and communities, where Punjab and Chandigarh. Yes. So goal 10, 12, 10th goal was reduced inequality, where Meghalaya and Chandigarh topped. Then goal 11, sustainable cities and communities, where Punjab and Chandigarh topped. Goal 12, responsible consumption and production, where Tripura, Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh topped. Then goal 13, climate action, where Odisha, Andaman and Nicobar Islands topped. Goal 14, life below water, topped by Odisha. Goal 15, life on land, where topped Arunachal Pradesh and Chandigarh. Goal 16, where peace, justice and strong institution taught by Uttarakhand and Puducherry. Yes. So this is a 16 goals and rankings for the states and union territories. Now friends will understand all the sustainable development goals, where the 17th goal, that is the partnership for the goals, where first goal is no poverty, second is zero hunger, third is good health and well-being, fourth goal is quality education, this goal set by United Nations, fifth gender equality, sixth clean water and sanitization, seventh affordable and clean energy, decent work and economic growth, industry innovation and infrastructure, reduced inequalities, sustainable cities and communities, responsible consumption and production, then climate action, goal 14, life below water, goal 15, life on land, goal 16, peace, justice and strong institutions, and goal 17, partnerships for the goals. So friends, these are the sustainable development goals, SDGs, by the United Nations. So now after the sustainable development goal India Index, now we'll see the overall information related to the SDG, where the United Nations General Assembly in its 17th session considered and adopted the SDGs for the next 15 years. The 17 SDGs came into force with effect from 1st January 2016. Though not legally binding, the Sustainable Development Goals have become de facto international obligations and have potential to reorient domestic spending priorities of the countries during the next 15 years. Now, countries are expected to take ownership and establish a national framework for achieving these goals. So, implementation and success will rely on countries' own sustainable development policies, plans, and programs. So, friends, these are the sustainable development goals set by the United Nations. So, in today's session, we have studied about the Sustainable Development Goals India Index. Sustainable Development Goal India Index, published by the Niti Aayog, and recently third edition of the SDG India Index and Dashboard 2021 has been released by Niti Aayog. Then we have studied about SDG India Index. So the index was launched in 2018 by Niti Aayog. Now, this year, they also launched the SDG India Index and Dashboard, so where live on an online dashboard which has cross-sectoral relevance across policy, civil society, business and academia. Then we have covered aims and objective, methodology and process. We have covered methodology in detail. Then significance and comparison with previous editions of the SDG India Index. then national analysis, state-wise performance, top 5 states and bottom 5 states. And then we have covered the goal-wise top states and union territories. So friends, and then we have covered overall SDGs targeted by United Nations. So friends, that's it for today's session. See you in the next lecture with new topic. Do not forget to enroll yourself for Unacademy Civil Services Championship, which is scheduled on 13 June, that is tomorrow morning 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. It's absolutely free for all aspirants. Here is the chance to win amazing scholarship and prizes. Then you can go with minimum 2 years of iconic subscription. So first 100 aspirants will get one-on-one personal mentoring. We are also providing you the Great Learning Week, exciting offers and discounts on our subscriptions between 10 June to 16 June. Here is the mega subscription offer where you will get extension or extended validity of your subscription till next main examination. Then combo prizes or huge discount on combo subscriptions. No cost EMI benefit we have discussed, and you will get 20 books, that is study material, absolutely free, worth rupees 10,000 with minimum 1 year of subscription. We are also conducting optional carnival. So from 16 June, we are going to start new optional subjects and new batches from 16th June. Like we have 1 year batch, 2 year batch, regular batches, NCRT batches and revision batches. Yes friends, so you can join free test series and Unacademy Combat also we are conducting every Sunday morning 11 a.m. You can use referral code RBI Live to enroll for Unacademy Combat. So friends, that's it for today's session. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe Unacademy videos. Stay home, stay safe. Take care.